What's up, y'all? Appreciate y'all running through. Just out here trying to catch a few bass this afternoon, seeing how that goes. I actually just got here. I didn't know if I was going to come out today or not. I literally just got here. And it's late in the afternoon, so we'll see what happens. I was going to come out this morning, but life happens. Didn't work that way, so I didn't get to. So hopefully everyone's having a good Saturday so far. I went ahead and started over here on that point. There's some ducks swimming. And the geese came back too. I seen a few geese earlier. So that means fall and winter is right around the corner, I guess. I don't know if you can see those ducks, but there's two ducks swimming along that bank over there. You can't see them. Can't see them. That's how well they're camouflaged in there, boy. Those ducks are in there. But we'll fish up to this point, and then we'll fish down the bank. Oh, I missed that one. That would have been the first fish of the day, and I missed it. How did that happen? And I am having allergy problems today, so sinuses and all that good stuff are just killing me. That's another reason I wasn't sure if I was going to come out today or not. But here we are. I've caught 45 bass out of this pond in like the last 5 weeks now. This is week number 5 of straight fishing it, and I've caught 45 bass out of here in 5 weeks. All ranging in different sizes from 30 ounces to 3 pounds. Still waiting on the bigger ones to start biting. They really haven't started biting that good yet. And depends on how long we're out here today. Yeah, there's the geese. I thought I seen some geese coming back in. Usually they are gone this time of year, and then they start coming back around now. And I see a few geese have came back in for the winter. There's like 5 or 6 of them over there. I can't tell if that's a fish or if that's grass. Pretty sure that's grass, yeah. May have started out being a fish and turned to grass. So they like to run me up in the grass and get off here. Just fix that just like that. And move on down. But I would like to at least catch 5 today, and then I'd be 50 for 5 weeks. Just have to wait and see how that goes this afternoon. The bite this morning I know would have been better, but like I said, life happens. I couldn't get out here this morning. Not like I wanted to. shallow water first, and then somebody else is going to come out here and go fishing, looks like. I don't know if he's going to fish or if he's working. This is the back side of the pond that you guys use, or actually the front side that you guys usually never see. I usually start on the point that I'm at now, and I don't fish this side that much because this is the shallower end. With it being so late in the day, why not? And I said, I don't know how long I'll be out here today either. That's grass. Oh, that frog scared me to death. I hate when they do that. Frogs be right there at the bank and just freaking jump in the water and scare you to death whenever you walk toward them. This time you don't know if it's a snake or what. Until you're right up on it, especially on the bank. Well, we'll see if anything bites this afternoon. Like I said, we've had the cold front come in, and it's been down in the 40s in the morning and upper 80s in the afternoon. So we're going to see what happens as far as that goes. That's been another drastic change in the weather compared to last week when it was 100 degrees outside. And with man, there's no wind at all right now. I thought there would be, but when I was at my house, the breeze was blowing. I figured it'd cause a little bit of movement on the pond, but I don't think it's going to today. This part where I'm at least is real calm still. And I bet I just got hung up on some thick grass. Let's see if I can bring it up. Yeah. Wow, that's why I don't run a crankbait through here yet. Not very much longer though, I'll be running the crankbait through this. Regardless, actually I probably need to do it today, but I'm not. I didn't even bring one with me. And that's why. I know there's 100 other people live right now too, so I said I wasn't planning on going live today, but I said why not? Sitting at the house bored watching TV. So I'm deciding to go live for at least a little bit. No bite chat, no nothing. I've been here for a whole total of 14 minutes, which sounds about right for this time of year, I guess. Oh, I gotta make sure I don't get hung up on that bar. There's a bar out there that runs across the... I about did. And I'm all in that grass too. Right here on this point where I'm at right now is where I caught my PB, which is 7.5 pounds. I caught him right here in the fall on a chartreuse crankbait. Shallow diving chartreuse crankbait at that. I think around October, November, somewhere in there of last year. So I'll just drag this worm along the bottom and see what happens. There's not that many turtles out here right now either. Not as many as there was last time I was out here. Last time I was out here, which was last week, there were 100 turtles everywhere. It seemed like. Today I don't see any. And usually by now I would have caught my, it is afternoon time. I'm going to fish these grass mats that are under the water real quick, and then start down the bank. I don't know if these fish are going to want this worm today or not. If not, I'm going to have to change tactics at a different pond tomorrow. I won't throw anything with a treble hook through here yet. It's too much grass, too much junk. Thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Thanks for the likes. I'm just going to try to get a few and move up to number 50 for this month. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it this afternoon or not, but we're going to try. We're going to try. At least for a little bit. It is, I think that once the sun starts getting ready to go down a little bit more, and I say this every time I'm live, they will start biting a whole lot better. So we're just waiting on that first one just to break the skunk off the board's all I'm waiting on. I'm trying to think I'm also trying, what was that? Nope. Something hit it whenever I raised it up. Either that or I about got hung up. Which I'm pretty sure that it wasn't a tree or anything down there, because I kind of know where all those are at. But if the weather's changing the way that it's forecasted to change, these fish may be locked up for a little bit. It was 100 degrees here last week, and now it's down to 80 again. We had a major heat wave come through and kind of warm everything back up, I think last time for the year, and then it's going to drop down into the cooler temperatures. I believe. All right, we'll start walking this bank. I usually get at least one bite off of this point, and I did not get one, which has kind of got me worried a little bit. Not too much, but just a little bit. Even for in the afternoon, I may come out here in the morning. I probably will come out here in the morning. If I don't do any good out here this afternoon, I will be out here in the morning. The pond's like 3 foot low. We need rain bad, and I just haven't gotten any. It was supposed to have actually rained this morning, and it didn't. And that's another reason I didn't come out this morning early. Oh, that's bluegill it looked like. Right there next to the grass, but a lot of grass on the bottom. It's about an hour, maybe two, I'll be out here. Maybe a little bit longer depending on what's going on. If they're not biting, of course, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it today. I need to fix this. That's what my problem is for number one. Just do that right there. There we go. All right. I don't even see any movement on the water today. Usually there is some kind of bluegill or something playing around, and this afternoon there's just nothing. Absolutely nothing this afternoon. And like I said earlier, a few geese have came back. There's like 5 of them over there, it looks like. They were gone for a little bit. And the later the fall and the winter get here, a lot of geese will come back. I'm on grass. I tend to try to watch them too, because wherever they're feeding on those smaller fish at, I know that the fish might be biting a little bit better. Just in that one area. I've always done that. I've always watched the birds, whether it's ducks or geese or whatever. I do have, okay, there was something swimming across the top there. I just seen it. Probably a bluegill. I was just trying to look and find some type of activity instead of just calm water somewhere, because it's calm, they're deep. This worm, this bait, doesn't last very long going through these weeds either. Damn near gonna have to dead stick it, it feels like. Because I didn't bring anything else with me today, because I didn't know how long I was gonna be out here. I don't think I did, at least. Maybe I did. I think I brought a rattle trap with me. But I'm not too convinced about throwing it through this grass. That's going to be my only real concern about it. Just throwing it to that grass. I don't really want to have to fight a treble hook through it. It's bad enough I have to fight a single hook through the grass. Now it's grass. A lot of grass. Keep on moving. We may fish this bank pretty quickly today. I don't know. I want to get at least down to the sandbar. I want to get down to the sandbar. At least I should get a couple fish there. If I'm lucky today. Which I really don't like starting there, because it's all the way over on the other side of the pond. I like to fish my way over there. Hopefully everyone's having a good Saturday afternoon. Whether it be at work, school, well, one's at school today, whether it be at work or whatever you may be doing today, hopefully everyone's having a good day. I have so far today. Been home and then decided I'd come out here for a little bit. Depending on how the fish react, depends on how long I'll be out here today. Because we're going to move down into that deeper water pretty quick. Last time I was out here, I was so hot and freaking... It's like, it's got to be grass. Yep. Dang. A lot of grass. And I know I should be fishing this weightless, but fish seem to be down the inside of the grass more than anything right now. I use that weight just to punch through those mats to get to the fish right now. That was actually a bad cast. That wasn't the direction I was going for, but I'll take it. I'll take it, even though it was not the direction I was aiming for. That sucked, but oh well. I know what I may have to do. I may have to fish all the way up to this grass line late afternoon like this. They're probably where they're at. Hiding in the grass. Oh, I missed that one. I don't know how. I did. Oh, I know how now. Ran me up into that grass. Well, if I would have caught my limit on grass, I've done it. Limit on grass has been caught. Now let's catch a fish. Or at least attempt to. There's the breeze. I knew it was there somewhere. Another frog. I'll move around here. There's a bunch of frogs in there. I'm gonna grab one of them, put it on my hook. I guarantee I'll catch something. Maybe not what I want, but it'll be something. There's a big old turtle right there. You know, okay, there's a bite. It's a fish. Oh, come out of the grass. There he is. First one for today. Bring him up here so I can get a hold of him. First one for today. And you see what I'm bringing them through, which is insane. Number one, we'll get a weight on him as I always do, and then we'll put him back in. If I can reach my scale without taking my backpack off. Hopefully I can. Usually I can. Let y'all look at it as I do that. Come on now, if I don't drop my scale, try and get it off my back. There it is. Alright. So that makes 46 for this year. Or actually for 5 months. Let's see if he's over a pound. No, yep, he is going to be over a pound. If he stops moving. Trying to get him to stop moving. May not stop moving as much as I want him to. Alright, first one's 110. 1 pound, 10 ounces. There he is before I throw him back. Or her. Or she or it. However you want to say it. Like I said, this pond is like really low, so. Oh crap, right in the mud. Come on now. Hold on. There's always a way to fix that. I didn't know if the water dropped off. Sometimes the water drops off right there. Sometimes it does, sometimes it don't. Let's get in there, come on. Try and get that fish in there. Out of that grass. I don't want to get all choked up. Get moving. There you go. Once you get moving, okay. There he goes. There you go. Oh, he's going to lay there, man, it looks like. He's okay, though. No worries. That fish is perfectly fine. If you can't see him, he's still laying right there. I'm trying to get my stuff situated here so I can get back to what I was doing. All right, first one, 1 pound, 10 ounces. We'll take that one. We'll fix this. I'm gonna try to push him out there in that water a little bit more too. While I'm standing here, I don't really want to leave him right there. I'll try to push him a little bit further out. see, the first one that I caught today is actually right there in that grass still. I try to push him a little further out because I really don't like him sitting right there. Something come up and snatch him up. There he goes. All right, number one. Let's see if we can do number two. Probably right now, not right there, I can't. Right on top of the grass mat. There's a lot of grass under the water that y'all can't see that I can. And I'm not going to waste my time throwing on top of it. If I throw on top of it, I'll reel it back in and recast. Because it's insane. Okay, right. There's a good spot, I think. But we'll be moving off into some deeper water here in a minute. Let's see what time we get to. 30 minutes after I was out here. Okay. 30 minutes after I started, I caught fish number one. Let's see if we can do fish number two and get up to 50 today. For 5 weeks. That would be awesome. But right now, my total for 5 weeks is 46. I haven't really decided what number I want to actually go for. I don't know if I want to go for 100 before the fall is over, or if I just want to keep the numbers low and just go with whatever I catch. But right now it's at 46 in 5 weeks. And we're going to move on down this bank. Like I said, we're not going to spend a whole lot of time in a certain area. Not this late in the afternoon, or early in the afternoon, I should say. Once we get down to the sandbar down there, I'll spend a little bit more time, only because number one, I'll be standing in the weeds up to my neck, or shoulders actually, and number two is because bass are going to be on that drop off, I think. Again, they usually are, at least. Come on, there's a lot of grass. And this pond's a grassy bottom. I still want to go fish the other pond. I just haven't done it yet. Which it's a hard bottom. It's not grassy. What am I fishing with? I'm fishing with the Tequila Sunrise 7-inch curly tail made by Barkley. A 4-inch, or a number, not 4-inch, a number 4 offset hook with a weight. There you go. And that's what I'm using today. Even though that weight should come down a little bit further. I guess I put too many knots in it, which that's not going to matter though. Not much. It might a little bit, but not a whole lot. I don't think it will, at least. And this is what I've caught all 46 of the fish on too, is this worm right here. Started actually 1 week before Labor Day, and started fishing this pond real hard every week, once or twice a week. It's not real hard, once or twice a week. And that's when I started doing my count. So a weekend before Labor Day was when I started fishing every weekend, or every day I was off. And I've caught 46 since then. I just caught number 46 a minute ago for the 5 weeks. I'm trying to go for number 47 now, so it would be number 2 for today, if it happens. Which I'm sure it will. Maybe be a slow bite, but I'm sure it'll happen. That's a bunch of grass. I still want to go to the other pond, like I was saying, and fish the crankbait and the rattle trap on that harder bottom pond. But I just haven't made my way over there yet. It won't be tomorrow either, I don't think. It might be. I don't know. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. Okay, there we go. Is that a fit? That's a fish. No, yep, yeah, there's number 2. Sometimes mistakes happen, and number 2 hits right when it does. I was fixing that line, didn't even feel that fish bite. But there's number 2 for today. He wasn't going nowhere, that's for sure. Let's see what happened here. I had to pull my pliers out. Yep. Gotta get the pliers out. He inhaled it. I'm trying to remember what side they're on. This side. Dang it. Yep, gotta pull pliers out. He inhaled it, and like I said, I was fixing that line, and number 2 bit, and now we gotta take the hook out because he swallowed it. It's in there pretty good. Okay, let me see if I can find what I'm looking for here. That's not it. Looking for my pliers is what I'm looking for. There they are. I went to Walmart and bought some, I don't know, some scissor looking things. Supposed to be a hook remover, but don't remove them that good, and it's flimsy. Get down in there. Oh, come on now. Oh yeah, he'll make it. He'll make it. Fish number 2 for today. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. He's going to not be a pound, I don't think. We'll weigh him and find out. But that will be fish number 2, which makes fish number 47 for the 5 weeks. We will do a weight on him. 0.6, 0.63, and that one is going back in the water. Number 2 for today. There you go. He a baby compared to the last one I caught. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Let's see if we can't get him, it, her, however you want to say it. Let me stand up. I've got a bad leg, so it takes me a minute. I'm not going to get down in that mud, but I am going to give it a little bit of a toss. And there it goes. Appreciate y'all for coming in, hanging out. We'll get set back up here, and we'll get going again. Oops, I'm not trying to bump the camera everywhere. I may have to change bait, I don't know yet. I have to look at it. Let's see how it is. Now, I was carrying a hip pouch with me, but I couldn't carry everything I needed. So I went back to my backpack. Alright, let's see what this worm looks like. What the heck is going on here? There we go. Just trying to figure out how it was stuck to the ground. Yeah. Yep, gotta switch that out. There's no way I can use that one anymore. I know how I'll get my stuff together here in a minute. Here, I'll show you all what I'm using since I've got it out in my pocket now. There you go. Well, can't really see it. Tequila Sunrise, 7-inch curly tail, of course, power bait by Barkley. I've caught 47 fish off this in 5 weeks. So I can't complain about the bait. I use it actually all summer and fall long. That fish wanted to be caught again. I'm gonna have to push him out too. He's laying on top of the grass, so I guess I'm gonna have to get down there in that mud after all and push him out too. Dang it, I didn't want to get down in the mud yet. But it looks like I'm gonna have to. Looks like I'm gonna have to get down there and get that fish out there. I'm trying to bank my hook first, that way I can move on when I'm done there. Okay. So there's fish number 2 that I caught today. He didn't get in the water the way he's supposed to. Actually, he did, but he decided he was going to come back up on the freaking bank now. Ain't that crazy? That's insane. Okay, fish, I'm trying to help you out now. We've done what we wanted to do. Now, I'm not getting down in that mud. Come on. Get down in there. Get on in there so you can swim. You gotta get in there so you can swim, fish. Let's go. There you go. He'll be okay now. He'll be okay now. Now I gotta get out of the mud. That's the bad part about it. Hold on, I got a bad leg. Okay. Whew. That's always the fun part, is releasing. So 2 for today already, which makes 47 for the 5 weeks. I've caught 2. I've caught 2 today in an hour. Well, 42 minutes actually. The one that I was just trying to push back into the water, that was the second one. So far okay. I mean, I can't complain yet. And technically, I didn't even know I had that when I was trying to fix a backlash, a small backlash, thank God. And I went to start reeling and I could feel it at the end of the line. So I'm on grass. Bottom is full of grass, that's for sure. All right, we're gonna move on down because I want to be to a certain point before dark. We're gonna hit that. Oh, I just seen something. I don't know if y'all seen it or not, but there's a swirl right there. And that may be, I'm gonna cast back over it in a minute. There may be a bass up in that grass. We're gonna try to fish it. I'm gonna slow fish back to the bank and then I'm gonna cast over it and ahead of it and see what happens. Or it may swim to the, no, I didn't think it would. All right, let me fix this hook again real fast. That's one thing I don't like about pulling through grass. Almost every time you have to adjust the worm and the hook just a little bit, which puts your scent on there. And of course, believe it or not, most of us know that fish can smell it. Thanks for the likes, I appreciate it. But we may get fit to 50 today. We're at 47. Oh, I just missed that one. I was going to say it was grass, but grass doesn't pull back. Not like that, at least. A little bit of a breeze out here today, which makes it feel perfect. It is nice out today, that is for sure. That's grass. And some places I'm going to be casting into some thick grass whenever I bring it out. Because that grass mats, they're every freaking way right now. But the further down I go, the deeper the water's going to be. So anything over this way is deeper water. Anything over this way, the water is shallow. So we're just pretty much making the transition at this little point right here where I'm at into the deeper water and then over to the sandbar. Hopefully before dark. I'm usually out here after dark. To tell you the truth, I've caught more bass after dark this year than I have in my whole entire life. I've caught a lot of bass after dark this year. And it's fun to do it. I mean, you can't really see what the hell you're doing, but it's fun. Yeah, I'm getting 2 of them. I'm at 47 for the last 5 weeks now. I'm on week number 5 with 47 bass. I'm trying to get, I don't know what my count wants to be. I haven't made up my mind yet. I think I'm going right now for just whatever I can catch within, the time frame that I'm given throughout the season. Because to tell you the truth, I really don't know when I'm going to stop fishing this year. I may fish all the way through December. I may fish only through November. At that point, it's going to depend on the weather. And if the weather holds up until mid-December or even late December, I'll fish through December into January. But sometimes I will take a break just to re-gear everything and re-thread lines and reels and all that stuff. Yeah, it's green. I mean, there's fish moving now on top when there wasn't earlier. I see bluegill moving. Earlier, the water was so still I couldn't see anything moving. But oh nope. So I may end up in the morning going weightless on this thing and seeing what I can do. I'm gonna have issues is what I'm gonna do if I'm not careful. Big ones. I gotta get that out of there regardless of whether I'm okay. I done that last time and ended up having a fish on the other end. So not this time, no. It feels like I've got a lot of grass. Yep. If I say it feels like I've got a lot of grass on there, it's not really a lot. It's just one little bitty twig of grass, but it feels like a lot. I'm in Illinois. And what's up in Georgia? But I'm in southern Illinois. Actually, I'm on the very southern tip of Illinois. "45 minutes from the Missouri border, or state line." I call it border. I don't know why, but state line. I heard cars. Let's see. Well, I heard car doors, I should say. I think another thing is I'm fishing it too fast. I may need to slow down just a little bit. With the presentation, I don't think it's... There we go. Yeah, no, I'm good. I can jump in the water and I'll go more than viral. I can't swim. plus this water, with all this moss and stuff on it right now, nah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm not trying to go viral, it wouldn't matter if I, by jumping in the water, because jumping in the water, I won't have a phone. I'm fishing for bass. I've already caught 2 today. I caught 2 bass already today. One was a pound, 10 ounces, and the other one was, I think, 6.6 or somewhere in there. I've caught 47 now within the past 5 weeks. I'm trying to get to 50 today, but unless they're going to be stacked up over on the, oop, there's a hole there, my bad, sandbar here in a little bit, then that may not happen. Oh, okay. Yeah, I love when they do that. And there's some catfish in here that I would love actually to catch, but the grass, some of you have seen me pull the grass out. It's almost impossible to fish. There's a bass probably laying right there. To fish for a catfish in this grass, unless you're fishing a Carolina rig, or you can do it with a bobber late at night. But me, I just like to bass fish. Now I will come out here and bluegill fish, and I'll fish bottom and do that too. I usually don't use a bobber at all. I seen a swirl right there along that grass line. Probably not gonna matter though. Well, if it did, I went right over him and he didn't touch it. Yeah, he didn't touch it. Didn't want that today. They're going to start wanting crankbaits and stuff like that. And that's what transition's coming to right now. Yeah, I eat. My last fish fry I did, I filleted 68 bass fillets. It was nothing but bass. And I done a fish fillet of 68, or fish fry of 68 bass fillets. Took me like almost 2 hours. An hour and a half, I guess, to get everything cooked. And I have a deep fryer, so it shouldn't take me that long, but 68 fillets, kind of a bit. The one before that was 100, how many was it before? 140 fillets. That one had bass and bluegill. We feed as many people that comes to the house. The neighbors that come over, family that come over, my wife and daughter, they eat the hell out of fish. I do too. So it's just something I've started doing. I usually do three fish fries a year. I'm going to do one more this year, probably next month, on bluegill. And when I do, I'll go over in that grass and stand over there in that grass along there. And that's usually where I catch all my bluegill at, along that bank over there. 95% of the time. Yeah, we eat a lot of fish. And I do mean a lot. Now, my wife and daughter, they won't eat catfish because of the flavor it has, I guess. I don't care. I'll eat it. It don't matter to me. But they won't eat it. Yeah, rock bass. I haven't caught a rock bass in I don't know how long. There are no rock bass in this pond that I know of. There's a lot of brim. Okay, let me rephrase that. There's a lot of shell cracker and there's a lot of bluegill. A shell cracker It's just a little bit, it's a bluegill, but it's just a little bit bigger and a little bit heavier than a hybrid bluegill is. So there's both here where I'm at. And the pond that, I may go fish that other pond tomorrow just to see what happens early in the morning. There's a city pond at the park. And my biggest bass that I've caught out there is 3.5 pounds. But it's just so pressured that I don't know if they're going to bite right now. Thanks for the follow. Yellow perch. Yeah, yellow perch, I can go and catch them all day. I know where the lake's at right now. I can go and catch them all day long. Thing is, I just don't like going out there. Too many snakes for me. Especially when I'm by myself. I mean, yeah, there's snakes out here where I'm at now, but you don't tend to see them as much. I put the catfish in milk. Yeah, in the freezer. Whenever, yeah. I know what you mean. See, I don't do it like that though. I never have. But I mean, my wife and them, if they know it's a catfish, they're not gonna touch it anyway. So I said, catfish, I'll fish for them a catfish in the spring, but I won't keep any of them at all. Last time I went catfishing, I caught 17 bullhead. He got off. I caught 17 bullhead in an hour and I threw them all back because, of course, I'm not going to eat a bullhead. Number one, they're just disgusting. Number two, they're so small. I could have used them for bait. Come on now. But I didn't. But yeah, I caught 17 bullhead in an hour. A grass carp, and then a couple channel cat that weren't even big enough to even mess with. So, but I'll be doing that again, usually in January. How long is too long in the freezer? At my house, 2 months. They're not gonna last. They're not gonna be in a freezer too long at my house. So I couldn't really answer that question. I mean, it varies from person to person, I guess, depending on how much fish you eat. Me, I always put salt water on mine. So after I clean them and I rinse them off real good, get the blood and all that good stuff off of there, I'll soak them in salt water in the freezer. And do them like that. And then thaw them out, rinse them off, and be good that way. But as far as how long is too long in the freezer, that varies from person to person. Depends on how much you eat them. I mean, if the freezer burn, of course you don't want to mess with them, but at my house they don't have the opportunity to become freezer burnt. Fish that I catch. Oh, I missed that one. He swam into the grass. Fish that I catch usually last about two months in the freezer. And then I don't keep any at all throughout the winter. I'll do the 3 fish fries, which is spring, summer, fall. And then I won't keep any fish throughout the winter in the freezer. And then everything that I do catch in spring, winter, and fall is fresh. My last month I can fish is, well, I really don't have one. Depending on the weather, last month that I can fish will be December, mid-December, somewhere in there. If there's a lot of ice and snow, of course, in January I won't fish. But I have fished through December, taken a break in January, just long enough to restock on supplies and stuff like that, and gotten back out and started fishing again in March, and fished all the way to November, December the next year. That's what I'm using. Well, actually, I've got it I have it rigged. There's a fish. There's a fish. Oh, come here, big boy. He's a little bit. Oh, he got off. Well, there was a fish. Let's see what he done to the worm. I have a feeling he bit it in half. Let's see what he did. Oh, no, nothing. Okay. So I fix this while I'm doing it. I use a worm too with a Fish Texas rig worm. I'll show you the rig setup here in a second. I probably wasn't concentrating enough to do what I need to do, but there's my setup. If you can see it, yeah, you can. Right there. That's how I'm punching through that grass. And that's what I'm using 7-inch curly tail tequila sunrise. And that fish, man, he had a little bit of a pull to him. They have a bad habit of running me up into this grass line right here and rubbing it off or getting loose, and that's what sucks. So that would have been number 40. That would have been number 48 for the year. Damn it. And he felt like he had a little bit of weight to him. Either that or he was sideways and like that, but oh well, it happens. The day's not over yet. It's better here in the morning than in the afternoon. So I will be out here in the morning. I was going to be out here this morning, but life happens and I couldn't make it. What do you mean for? Thanks for the follow, appreciate it. I'm on number 48. I've caught 48 in 5 weeks, I think. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going for numbers 47 for 5 weeks. I've caught 46, 47. No, I am going on 48. Okay, so whenever I started, I have caught 45 bass in 5 weeks out of this pond, which is a huge-ass pond. And then I caught 2 more, so I'm on number 47. And I'm fishing for number 48 right now. Man, yeah, that sucks. I pulled a 3-pound bass and a 4-pound bass through this grass on 10-pound line a couple weeks ago. And it was exciting. And then I snapped another one. I could see its tail. It came up right at the grass line, made this little final dig into the grass. And when it did, it broke me off. So I had to redo the whole thing, which it happens. So we're on number 48. We might get 50 today. Yeah, I still think about the ones that have snapped me off like nothing. I've had fish snap my line like a spaghetti. And you're like, man, how big was that fish? You never see it. They just bite and snap. 20-pound test line, 15-pound test line. It's insane. This is 10. I went from 8 to 10 because of the weight. So I'm only using 10-pound test line right now, and I'm pulling it through the grass. Which there's some big bass in here. My PB I caught out of here, and it was 7.5 pounds. I caught it in November of 2021. Oh yeah, I have a net and boots. Well, I don't have boots, but I have a net on my back, my backpack. Yeah, it's not bad for a pond like this. This pond is registered at 42 foot deep. Let me move. I'm moving. I'm just moving slow. But this pond's registered at 42 foot deep. I'll get spit out right in a minute, and it goes like this from the banks, comes down, and bows into a U or a V shape at the bottom. So that's where all the bigger fish are at right now. They're in that deeper water still. But yep. Oh yeah, it's 42 foot deep. It's around 5 acres. It takes me 6.5 hours to fish this whole pond. And that's straight fishing without stopping, without taking a break, without getting a drink, anything. It's 6.5 hours. I've done it not too long ago, actually. And I timed myself. It takes 6.5 hours to do it. The whole pond. Right about, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. In here, there's a transition from shallow to deep. From that point, where's it at? Right here. The transition from shallow this way to deep. So everything's running deeper toward me now. And it's damn near a straight drop off. Yeah, this one, that's why I said, when somebody said jump in and go viral, no, not today. And I mean, and you can see, I don't know if you can see it or not. Oh, I missed that fish messing around. I was trying to show you the bank, and I felt that fish bite, and I missed it. Oh well, try again. But anyway, the bank, as you can see, it's like maybe 3 or 4 foot low, because it's a straight drop off once you get to where I'm at. It's a straight drop off, at least to my knees, and then it just keeps going deeper. Do I know the current pattern of the fish? Yeah, they're right now, as far as their feeding habits going, it's in the morning, in between, of course, sunrise, or right before sunrise, and around 10 o'clock in the morning. They're going to, of course, be feeding here where I'm at. I caught a 3-pound bass here a couple weeks ago. And then anywhere along this grass line, they're picking off frogs or bugs or whatever that are coming off of it. I'm not throwing a frog only because of the time of the day. And plus, I'm wanting to get over to that sandbar, which is not up in the sky, but it's over here. There's a sandbar underwater, which is a straight drop off, and the bass just pile up on it. Yeah, I'm waiting on a certain time. I fished. There's one. Oh, he got off. See, they'll get me up in that grass, and that's what happens. But at least, hopefully, you've seen it. Yeah. Well, I am moving. What I'm doing is I'm moving slowly, so it may not look to you as I'm moving, because I'm only taking like a few steps at a time and casting again. Because, like you said, I am working my way over to a certain spot at a certain time of the day. I want to get to that sandbar over there, right around dusk, and just a little after dark. But once I get over here to where these geese are at, I'll skip that area and fish a different one. But that fish got off too. That wasn't a bad looking fish from what I seen. Yeah, I go shallow in the morning and then fish deep. Yeah. Well, you seen what that bass did a second ago. He hooked it. I hooked it, and what he did is he turned sideways and got me in that grass and shook that hook. And I've had a lot of big fish do that this year, because I can feel them when they're out here. I can feel the way they're shaking their head and they feel heavy, and they'll get me up into this grass line, and that's all she wrote. But yeah, I'm slowly moving 2 to 3 feet at a time. I pick this pond apart whenever I'm fishing it with a worm. I move very slowly and I take my time, which may make, yeah, they are smart. They are very smart. That's why the big ones have been around so long. You know, fish are very smart. The ones that got hooked today are not going to bite tomorrow. They're not going to bite for at least 2 weeks or longer. And your pressured lakes, they get used to seeing chatterbaits, crankbaits, spin baits, jigs, worms, swim baits, anything. The fish get used to seeing that stuff, and they are then on high alert and won't touch it. And that's why a lot of the pressured lakes, you just are not going to catch anything. You can fish it all day long. Some you will on certain times of the year, and sometimes you won't. This pond, thank goodness, is not pressured as much as what it used to be. And you can actually catch fish on it. I can't step out. Once I get down to that grass right there, here's the problem. This is a straight drop off. It goes to an incline right here to about right there. And then, whoop. So that grass is actually floating grass. There may be some that's attached, but a lot of that grass is just there floating, and you're not going to get in there. And some of us grown up, you'll see me hook some of it. It's tall grass. It's not small grass at all. So no, waders just ain't gonna happen. I mean, not unless I come off this bank right here, which is right here where I'm at, and go out a little bit. But that would be the only way I could do it. I wish y'all could see how deep this grass or this bank was, instead of me trying to explain it, because it's 5 foot low right here off the bank, and it's a straight drop off. I mean, straight down, out, and then straight down again. I can pull them through the grass if I can get them to come up high enough in the water. I pulled a 4-pound bass through this grass. I've pulled a 7.5-pound bass through this grass on an 8-pound test line. So if I can work them right and wear them out, it can happen. But sometimes the smaller ones are the 1, 2 pounders, whatever. They're pretty damn smart, and they'll turn sideways and run and dig straight into that grass. Or they'll wait until you're right on that grass line and bite, like I am right now. They'll hit that and they'll dig me into that grass. So, and like I said, this pond now is deep. Thanks for the follow. I've got a floating vest, but the only problem with that is when you've got a floating vest on, which a ski vest is what I have. It's actually what I use sometimes, not here, but whenever I go out on a boat, it doesn't help if you're tangled in the grass. Well, I can't pull the grass out, of course, but of course it's not going to let me pull any out right now because I keep hooking it. And I've got the hook fixed so good weedless that it's not even going to get attached to any grass anywhere. Even on the side here, so I can pull it out to show you how long it actually is. But those are some good ideas for me to think about. Plus, you never know when there's a damn snake laying in that grass. And I ain't trying to get bit today. At least in that grass. You have a water moccasin laying in there and can't see it. That would suck a little bit. At least on the ground I could kind of see it. Or at least hear it. Yeah, my biggest snakes, I've had encounters with snakes, believe me. I've had encounters with rattlesnakes, copperheads, very close encounters too. I don't mean from afar, I mean very close encounters. Like up and personal encounters with the rattlesnake. I was fishing one time, I was bluegill fishing in a pond, and this pond's a little pond, actually out in the middle of the woods, and I was walking back to my rods where my buddies were at, and I stopped for a minute because then I smoked a cigarette, and I stopped to put the cigarette out, and I heard a rattling, or I heard a buzzing. I thought it was a bunch of bees that I'd stepped on a yellow jacket nest and was getting ready to get tore up by a bunch of yellow jackets. And I looked down, and when I looked down, I seen a diamond of a rattlesnake slither across my foot. It was me or the rattlesnake at that point. Well, the rattlesnake lost. It had 14 rattles and a button on it. It was not a baby rattlesnake at all. 14 rattles and a button for that one. The second time we were squirrel hunting up on a ridge, and me and my brother-in-law actually stepped on a rattlesnake. They had 5.5 rattles. That one ended up dying. And then the third one, my brother-in-law damn near sat on when we were squirrel hunting. And I think it had 4.5 or 5, maybe 3. But all of them are big. Rattlesnakes were being up close and personal. I'd never seen one that close, up close and personal in the wild until that day that it crawled across my feet. Where am I? I'm at a work pond right now. The company that I work for owns this pond, so the employees and their friends and family can come out here and fish whenever they want. But I'm in southern Illinois. I go with the geese. I don't know if you can see them. Not yet. They're there. I barely see them. You can hear them though. Those 6 geese just came back. Everything's wild here. All of the Canadian geese should start coming in for the winter, like within the next month or 2, and then really not leave out until midwinter or so. Then they're gonna fly over me and check me out. If I had a shotgun, it was goose season. You know, well, they'd be dinner. Oh, wait a minute. I just seen something. I'm gonna try and see. That's cool, Colorado. That's cool. Yeah, I'm in southern Illinois. I'm 45 minutes from the Missouri state line. Okay, maybe I'll be able to pull up some grass if it'll let me now. Yeah. No, that gave me a little bit of grass. That's where I'm fishing through on the bottom, of course. Bunch of bass grass, as I call it, junk. They tear your baits up like there's no tomorrow. But we're in deeper water now. Even the further I go this way, the deeper it's going to get. Until we get all the way over to the sandbar. So there's probably going to be a point right here for the next 30 minutes or so that I'm not going to catch anything, and then I might. I don't know. I've only caught 2 so far today, so I'm hoping that I catch 3 over on that sandbar here in a little bit. Thanks for the follows, appreciate it. But yeah, I've had encounters with snakes. I fell face first on top of a copperhead. and literally landed close enough to the face of the copperhead to where I could see the color of its tongue as it was smelling and sensing me. And I was able to back up, and then I ran like hell. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't have anything to kill that one with. But yeah, the rattlesnakes, I don't play with them. Oh, I missed him. There's a fish right on that grass line again, too. He's felt like a little one. I'm going to cast back out and see if he'll bite it again. That felt like maybe a bluegill, because they'll bite this too. Because that was a slow, felt like a slow, small bite. There's a fish right there in that grass. Believe it or not, in the winter, when all this grass and stuff dies off, this water is the clearest water I've ever seen around here. So this water gets very clear in the spring and summer. Nope, I'm good. I don't do rattlesnakes. I've had my share of them. And when I was growing up, as a child, somebody said, well, rattlesnakes don't go around water. Well, yeah, they lied. Which, to your point, they climbed up into a couple boats. But somebody always told me, and I was dumb enough to believe it, that rattlesnakes don't go around water. While I was fishing, my guard wasn't up for a rattlesnake. It was up for everything else. Water moccasins, copperheads, and stuff like that. And that's why I thought it was a nest of yellow jackets that I stepped on. And when I looked down and seen that diamond, I was like, oh my God. So needless to say, I've survived 3 rattlesnakes and copperhead. I need to do another catch and cook. That's what I need to do. I've done 2 catch and cooks on YouTube, and I need to do another one actually. Those 68 bass fillets that I fried up, I had the video of that on YouTube, and then the ones with 140 or 130 somewhere in there. Hell, it could have been 160. I don't remember fillets that I did, but the time before that, it's on there too. And that one took me a little bit. In a small fryer. I don't know where my wife got it from. I think she got it from Walmart or somewhere. She got me a small deep fryer for Christmas or my birthday or something. And that's only because she likes fish. And she knew that I needed one. No, I didn't get bit. No, I'm not. I've never been. Well, I've been bit by a snake, yeah, but not a rattlesnake. No, I could have been. I could have been bit by a copperhead, but by the grace of God, I was not. I've had a rattlesnake slither over my boots while I was fishing. I fell face first in front of a copperhead, so close that I could see its eyes and the color of its tongue. I've also damn near been bit by 2 other rattlesnakes on 2 separate occasions, but no, I've never been bit. I've been bit by a garden snake, which they just make your hand go numb, unless of course you're extremely allergic to them, because they're not venomous. But it did make my hand go numb for a little bit. Other than that, I've never been bit by a snake. I've been close, very close. I hear ducks. Oh, there's 3 ducks right there. Oh, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 ducks. So all of the fallen winter animals are starting to come back as far as ducks and geese go. Because it was hot here last week, which doesn't have anything to do with that, but it was 102 degrees outside just 2 days ago, and now it's 87. in the afternoons and 45 in the mornings. So that's the temperature change and the drop that these fish are going under right now. Okay, I'm from Southern Illinois. The first rattlesnake was when I was bluegill fishing at a bluegill pond. I call it bluegill pond, but also had bass and catfish in it, but we were targeting bluegill. I was walking back to my rods, and I thought it was a hive of yellow jackets that I'd stepped on, when literally it was a rattlesnake crawling across my feet. The second one, I was squirrel hunting on a ridge, and me and my brother-in-law were talking, not paying attention. I looked down, there was a rattlesnake curled up between us as we were walking. That one, if we would have took another step, one of us would have gotten bitten. The third one, of course, again, was when my brother-in-law and I were squirrel hunting, and there was a rattlesnake curled up against a tree. My brother-in-law about sat on it. Now, when I was the copperhead, I was ginseng digging, digging for roots and stuff, and I was on a rocky hillside, and I tripped over either a stump or a rock. Can't remember which one. Anyway, I caught myself with my hands, and when I looked up, the copperhead was right there looking directly in my eyes, with its tongue, and it had a black and pink tongue, or black and purple tongue, and I could see it plainly. I can remember that snake plain as day, and knowing right then that I was going to die. If that snake would have decided to bite me, I was dead. But because of course it would have bit me in the face, and it wouldn't have been good. But like I said, by the grace of God, that snake did not bite me. None of them did. I could have been bit by any of the snakes I'm talking about, but they didn't. Now, like I said, garden snake, yeah, they didn't hurt. Just made my hand go numb. Yeah, I'm using my phone. There's some ducks. Probably can't see them. There's a lot of ducks out here this year. There's usually not that many ducks. There's usually more geese than ducks. But appreciate the likes, appreciate the follows. This is where we're going to get off into that deeper water a little bit. These used to be trees right here, of course, that you see right in here. Used to be all very green, nice trees and bushes. The only reason they're not there anymore is because we have a resident beaver. His beaver hut, you probably can't see it, but it's actually right about over there on the other side of that grass now. And he decided to chew down every tree on the pond, which I'll show you some of those here in a minute. There's some more ducks. 1, 2, 3. That's a whole freaking flock. He's going off by himself. Well, too bad duck season's not in. Oh, I missed it. What the heck? That couldn't have been a fish. No way. I was looking up at the sky and not paying attention to what I was doing. Because I like to watch the ducks and the geese as they fly over the water too. And I don't know, I just enjoy watching and being out in nature when I'm out here fishing. So sometimes I'll get distracted by the ducks and geese as they fly over, but I'm still feeling for the fish as I'm looking in the air. It's on chest mount. Oh yeah, it's on chest mount. Them ducks are wanting a light on the water. I know what they're wanting to do. They keep circling me, but they won't because they see me. But they're wanting to land on the water. That's the 4th time they've circled me, and they're wanting to land. They're just going to have to wait their turn, I guess. Good. I'm glad. It takes a little bit to get it in a good position. Sometimes the straps aren't right. You have to readjust and all that stuff. Especially with me being 5'11", it's kind of hard to get that stuff situated sometimes. Plus, to be able to see the chat in the sun and to be able to interact with everybody, because I like to answer questions, I like to talk, and I like to interact with the chat. I always have, always will. No offense to anyone, but I do know some and have seen some that will not. They'll just do their thing on the screen and everybody's watching, and either the chat's not moving or the chat's asking questions and the host isn't answering. Me, I don't like to do that. I like to be active with everybody. I like to hang out and get to know as many people as I possibly can. And that's one of the reasons I've grown as fast as I have, I think, as far as what I'm doing. I've only done this for 6 weeks. I've been doing lives for 6 weeks, and I do one usually once a week. So this is my sixth one, because I've been doing the whole numbers to see how many bass I catch within the rest of the year, and right now I'm at 48 in 5 weeks. I'd like to get to 100 in the next 5 weeks, but that'd be some hard fishing. If you save your money, I'll teach you how to fish. Okay. What do you mean by that? I mean, I know how to fish, so you mean how to fish differently? How to use something else? I can use something else, just not today. I didn't bring anything with me. But I don't know. I know how to fish. I have fished in some bass tournaments. I have fished with pro bass anglers. I have fished on my own. I just do my thing when I come out here. This is my time to come out and just hang out and do whatever. Yeah, interaction is great. It's a great approach, and it works. I mean, it's what you have to do. I mean, if you're going to ever do a live stream, you always want to make sure that you keep your chat in mind. And this is why, because, your chat's your lifeline. They're the ones that take the time to come and watch you do what you're doing. And, regardless of whether I catch anything or not, there's 51 people in here. So I want to interact with as many people as I can and get to know as many people as a fish as I can. Come on now. What are you trying? Don't try to bury now. You gonna come up? Come up. Oh, there he is. And that's how fast it changes. So I was just, woo. Uh-oh, he had a hard fall. He had a hard fall. Thanks for... So good for my UV man. What's up, man? Boston, Massachusetts, how's it going? And I meet a lot of people this way. Just set my rod down right here where we can weigh this one and get him back in the water. It's another small one. Where's my scale? But a fish is a fish is a fish in my book. And this is number 49. He had a hard fall. He decided he's not going to fight with 0.7. The biggest one today so far has been 1 pound and 10 ounces. This is the second biggest, and then third biggest is appreciate it, man. Appreciate the luck of the iris, of course. And this is fish number 2. So fish 1 was 1 pound, 10 ounces. Fish 2 was, I think, 0.6. This is fish 3, 0.7, I believe it was. Frog scared me. Just give him a little bit of a toss out, and he'll take off in a minute, hopefully. So we will hit hopefully 50 today. When I say 50, not 50 caught for today, but 50 caught in 5 weeks. 50 caught within the time frame of 1 week before Memorial Day Memorial Day or somewhere in there. Whichever later or holiday we just had. I can't remember right now. But Labor Day, yeah, I believe so. Labor Day is right. You know, I'm concentrating on what I'm doing right now. Plus, I need to stop and get a drink here in a minute. I've been talking for a little bit without something to drink. An hour and a half, actually, to tell you the truth. So, but once I get over to that sandbar, the biggest one I caught over there last time I was there was 3 pounds, 8 ounces. I wish some of the bigger ones would bite today, but in the morning is going to be where my better luck of that's going to be, I think. They're feeding better right now. There's another, oh, we got off. Dang it. That's what I get from running my mouth. Oh, now I'm hung up on the grass. Come on. Okay, we're good. I think he just had to hold the tail of the worm. I think he short struck it anyway. But yeah, oh man, and you know, and I'll show you those beavers. Well, I won't show the beavers, of course, but I'll show you where they chew the trees down, and we'll actually walk by a couple of their slides on the way. But there's one resident beaver that's gave everybody trouble this year, and it has chewed down every one of the trees. Like I said, there used to be nice, really, really nice shade and trees right along here. You couldn't fish this corner the way I am right now because you get hung up. So in a way it's good, in a way it's not. I can fish this corner right here now and not have to worry about getting hung up, where before I couldn't. But at the same time, the fish, you know, they still need the shade, which they've got the tree roots and stuff like that, so they're not hurting too bad from it. But over there also, there used to be tree, well, not in the sky, but all around there, the beaver chewed down every tree. Every tree. I mean, and it's insane. So I'm trying to, and somebody said something earlier about the chest mount. I had to actually adjust it because it was bouncing too much earlier. Anyway, I'll show you this real quick. Some of the old beaver stuff. Got nailed those trees. That tree. I can't figure out if there's been a deer rubbing on that tree or if it's a beaver. It almost looks like that's a beaver. I can tell now after I looked a little closer. But the beavers kind of made its way down into the tree line off the bank here and started eating those trees up. Appreciate the follows, appreciate the likes. But yeah, this all used to be trees in here until the beaver took them out. Every one of them. I won't spend a whole lot of time in this part. I have not had a whole lot of luck doing that. But if you can see right, I'll show you real fast. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Let's see if I can. See what the beaver's been chewing on that tree right there? He'll be taking that tree down soon. Get my butt back up now. Oops. Oh man, that's what I get for doing something other than fishing. There we go. Okay. But yep. They tried to take him out and, well, they just ain't been able to do it. The beaver has outsmarted them. They tear his hut down and it just builds it right back. Yeah, it is where I'm getting ready to go. And to tell you the truth, I have not had one tick on me at all this year. Not one tick, not one chigger, not one mosquito bite. I say that now, I'll probably get tore up today, but I have long sleeves on. So here in a few minutes, I'm gonna pull my sleeves down and burn up. But yeah, we're getting ready to get off into the deep weeds. And but where people don't go, that's where it's not fished at that much. And if it's not fished, then guess what's there? Hopefully them big ones. But oh yeah, I see a bunch of gnats right now. Flying them stupid, I don't know what they're called. Walk into them, they get in your face, they get in your eyes. I hate them bugs. I'm glad I don't wear contacts anymore, because if I did, well, I do if I have them, I just don't have them right now. I wear glasses for the time being. But anyway, they'd get in your eyes and mess you up. Oop, I hit the phone again. Glad to hear I once found a tick on the backside of my thigh next day I bought a kayak. Well, I've been put in a hospital from a tick before. So I didn't buy a kayak, but I've been in the hospital. They found a tick on my back many, as my mom says, moons ago. They found a tick on my back, and I ended up with getting sick. I don't remember with what. My mom does, I don't. Anyway, ended up getting sick. Spent a week in the hospital. So ticks are no joke. I mean, I'll go home and I'll take a good shower and I'll check and all that stuff. So anyway, chiggers, I haven't had a problem with them yet. 100% rubbing alcohol when you get home, after shower, whatever. 100% rubbing alcohol. That would have been right in my face, and that's going to kill any ticks or fleas. Not fleas. Chiggers that you've got. Well, fleas too if you're getting from out here. So that's how I take care of my chiggers. 100% rubbing alcohol. I gotta be careful in this tall grass. That's for damn sure. I have to watch not for snakes, but I have to watch my footing to make sure I'm not gonna step in a freaking hole. Appreciate it. Well, I've caught 3 today, so we're at 49. We just need one more to get to 50. Unless I'm counting wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm at 49. If not, then 48. But I want to say it's 49. It's 45 when I started. I've caught it 3. So I'm at 48. I'm going for fish 49. Yep. I thought so. I'm going to fish this all the way to the bank, too. Okay. And I have to watch these freaking duck slides. As you can see, this grass gets deep where I'm at. It's up past my waist now, to tell you the truth. But I'm not afraid of getting to tall grass and stuff like that. That's probably why I've had the encounters with the rattlesnakes. I am going to get out of the high grass. These weeds right here are above my head. I will come out of this though. I know when not to play with fire. I'm not trying to get burnt. Ooh, damn, it's hot in the sun. Earlier the sun was behind me, now I'm in front of it. Or it's in front of me, I should say. It should start, what time is it? It's still got another hour and a half before it starts going down. Okay, nope. But this is where, if I was going to step up on a rattlesnake or anything like that, this is where it would be. Which we're not going to make for good TV and entertainment, and we're not going to snap on the one. We're going to just keep on going. I fix this anyway. I can see me running from a rattlesnake on TikTok. I have tripped and fell in the hole not once but twice in one day on here during the live stream. And I looked up on the screen of the phone and I seen a few people typing in the chat, man down, man down. I was like, dude. Yeah, it could be. Well, there's a way to get rid of the snakes. And if you take some believe that if you take some mothballs and throw it around, especially under the house or under a trailer, it'll keep the snakes away, because the snakes don't like the smell of the mothballs. And I don't know what they do out here, but because it's a residential area right here where I'm at, and the place that owns this pond, they need to treat it. It's what they need to do. They need to put a treatment in here to get rid of some of this grass and algae, and then worry about the snakes. But I've only seen, knock on some kind of wood somewhere, one snake out here in 7 years. Sorry, 2 snakes in 7 years at this spot. Now, this isn't the pond where I walked up on the rattlesnakes and stuff. That was a completely different pond altogether. It was literally out in the middle of the woods. And that's typically why I probably ran up on the rattlesnake. Now, I'm fishing this a little bit faster, only because I haven't had any luck in any of these spots that I'm hitting right now. I wish they would cut this grass. I've told them before I'm going to buy a weed eater, and I'm going to come through here in the spring, and I'm going to weed eat the hell out of this around the pond at least. Oh, I missed that fish. Or was it grass? It may have been grass. A whole lot of grass. And I mean a lot. Okay. Everyone. That's what's on the bottom of this pond. Right there. That mess. That's what I'm fishing through. Now, I should be fishing it weightless. I know I've said this before, but I've been using that weight and punching through that grass on the bottom a little bit and pulling it out of that grass. And when I do, that's when I've been catching my fish. It's been successful for me so far. So, I haven't switched it up any. No, not yet. Not today. No, especially right here where I'm at. If I do that, it'd be in the morning. Well, once again, if I have to carry all of that stuff over here, right now I'm carrying 10 pounds of extra weight on my back. So carrying an extra rod with me this far, when I've started way over there where the cars are at, I started way over there and I've walked it. It's a little bit difficult to do. But usually when I fish it in the mornings, I'll carry more than one rod. I'll carry a topwater and I'll carry one to fish bottom with. And that's what I plan on doing tomorrow. That's the game plan for tomorrow morning. But the only reason I didn't do that today is because it's later in the afternoon. And I know that these fish are on bottom more than they are anywhere else right now. They haven't started coming up yet. Now, next week, if the weather stays like it is right now, these bass are going to start coming up to the mid column and then again up into the shallow, which I'm hoping they're up in the shallow early in the morning tomorrow. That's what my plan is. Now, will it work that way? I don't know. Let's just go ahead and move away from these trees a little bit and just let that sit there a minute. We're almost to the beginning of the sandbar. Once we get to the sandbar, hopefully, I'm hoping I'm getting there kind of early, like an hour early somehow. hopefully they'll be biting right there along that sandbar a little bit better than what they are now. It's going to be grassy, it's going to be weedy, but it is what it is. And when I get down there, I will stop and take a drink. I'm almost there, to tell you the truth. As I said, I've been talking for almost 2 hours without a drink of good old water. I should have brought a Gatorade with me too, but I didn't do it. But I haven't even really fished 90% of this pond. I haven't even fished 50% of it. I said it takes a good 6 hours to fish the whole thing. If I had a boat or a small kayak or something like that, I could fish this whole thing twice, in a couple hours or more. There's a fish right in that grass. All right, come on out there. Come on. Come out. There we go. Up. Oh, no. There we go. 49. This is fish number 49. So, let me get a weight on him. And that's 49 for 5 weeks, y'all. That's not 49 for today. That's 49 for 5 weeks. Nice. I think he's going to weigh close to a pound, but not quite there. We'll see how much he weighs as soon as the scale zeroes out. Come on now, zero out. I don't like leaving him out of the water very long, but at the same time, there we go. Crap, as soon as I closed it out. Okay, there we go. Hopefully she is not going to hit. Oh, wait. 0.8. This one is going to have a toss because this is a steep bank. Like I said, this bank now goes straight down. I got it in the water. I was about to say, they didn't even get in the water, but yeah, I did. Now they have to have a toss because this bank is steep. And I'm not about to fall in no steep water. All right. And you're going to probably get a glare from the sun too now because the sun's in front of me. So I need one more to hit 50. 5 for today, 50 for the 5 weeks. Appreciate it. Thanks for the likes, thanks for the comments, thanks for the advice. Hanging out, watching me catch these fish. Some are not, they're not very big in size, but to me, a fish is a fish is a fish. Regardless, they're fun to catch. My smallest one for this year I caught was probably about that long, and I caught it on this worm. The worm was actually bigger than the fish was, and that fish that I just caught, I dropped down in that grass, and that's where it bit at, was in that grass line. So if I use that weight and punch that grass, then I probably will catch more fish, but it's going to take a lot of time to get it all cleaned off and all that junk too. Appreciate the likes, appreciate it. So, we just need one more to hit my goal for 50, but if we get that before 7 o'clock, we're going to keep going. Like I said, here in a few minutes, I'm going to have to put a battery charger on, and I'm going to have to take a drink. Oh, he got off. Y'all didn't see that rod, just ding, ding, ding. I think that was the bluegill, though. We're going to cast out there again. Same spot. Oh, no, I'm in the tree. There'll be twigs out there. So I don't know exactly where this bank drops off at, so I have to be careful. Where I'm going, I do know because I made a path, but right here, I don't know exactly where it's dropped off at. So I tend to stay back a little bit. But that was another fish I missed. Watching from North Carolina, I am in southern Illinois. I'm 45 minutes from the Missouri state line. I'm in southern Illinois. Appreciate you coming in. Hopefully everyone's having a good day. I am. So far, all of us have issues, and it's just life and problems, and it's always fun to go fishing to get away from them and just to think and reflect and have fun in doing so. And that's what I'm doing today, is just having fun, just fishing. That's what the title of the live says. It's just fishing, you know, and listening to them ducks over there. Fish. Hard to get off. God got me off. Dang it. I was trying to read Collins PB. Hold on. Oh yeah, no, believe me, I know. I learned that a long time ago. Like right now, I didn't know I was going to get another bite until I got up and I felt it. So I'm going to cast out here again, and I've got clouds coming in. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. It was real sunny. Sky was bluebird skies, all that good stuff. And now here come all the clouds. So it may get interesting. Or it may die off and be absolutely nothing. I don't know. But oh yeah, you know, I love to fish. I got hooked on bass fishing 11 years ago, and I've been doing it for 11 years. Either from on a pond, a bank, a lake, a boat, whatever it may be. Tournaments, just for fun, to eat, you know, whatever. I love doing it. That's one of my favorite types of fish to catch. I love to fight. Bluegill have another good fight on them. Here's some duck slides right here. Right there's a duck slide. From those, I can actually walk down a little bit closer because they've made it clear for me to be able to see the bank. But it's a duck slide. I started watching for those a few minutes ago because that's there's a fish. Oh, he got off. I was looking at the chat against Waterloo, Illinois. That's cool. I don't know how far you are north of me. I'm 8 hours north of Chicago, or sorry, 8 hours south of Chicago, which I don't know exactly where you're at on the map right now. That's the second fish I've missed in this spot. Yeah, I do too. I don't do a lot of deer hunting because I don't have time because of work. I never know when I'm getting called in. I do work in the healthcare field. I've done that for 8 years. I actually work in that building, which I don't know if you can see or not, probably not, but there's a building over there I work in. And I've done that as a fish. Oh, he's got weight to him. Either that or he's in the grass. Oh, he ran me. Oh, he's still there. There he comes. He's out of the grass now. There's 50. Ow, you little sucker. Don't bite me. That makes 50 for 5 weeks. 5 for today and 50 for the 5 weeks. That's awesome. And he's going to be over a pound. Appreciate the likes. It's a scale 0 out. And I've caught all 50 of them on the bait that I'm using right now, which I'll show you how I'm using it here in a second. I'm waiting on the scale to 0 out. There we go. All right, he's gonna be over a pound. I can tell by the way he weighs in my hand and the way he looks, or she or it. Getting one here right, maybe. Let's see. I may be wrong. Okay, settle down, settle down, settle down. Oh. Yep, there it is. There it is. Thanks for the share. 1.05, that's number 5 for today. Number 50 for 5 weeks. I've caught 50 bass on this in 5 weeks. Thanks for the share, appreciate it. So he's gonna go back a pound, 1.05. The biggest one for today was 1.110. Or sorry, the biggest one for today was I can actually get down to the water here, and this water's a straight drop off. Oh crap, threw him in the mud. Ain't that a bitch? Okay, he's gonna swim out maybe. I'm gonna have to help him out. Oh, there he went. I heard him go. I think it is. No, he's still there. He's up on the bank. Dang it. Okay, I gotta push him in the water. I've done that earlier too, because I can't really see where the Them clouds are coming in fast. Okay, we're gonna get to watch him swim off anyway. There he is right there. I'm not reaching down there to grab him because we all have heard my snake stories. But I will kind of try to get down here and help him out a little bit. I'm dead in the grass too, y'all. Sitting on my ass in this tall grass trying to help this fish get in the water. I don't know how. Come on now, fish. Get in that water. Come on. Get in that water. Go. Go. I don't know how many people's going to get down in tall grass to make sure a bass swims off, but there it goes. Some will, some won't. And like I said, I am in some... Brittany, what's up? Thanks for coming in. I caught number 50. I got to get out of this tall grass that I'm sitting in. Oh, no. Sorry for the view. But I had to help that bass get in the water. Now let me get up. Oh, God. I pulled a hamstring, or popped a hamstring weeks ago. Wow, them damn clouds are moving in fast. Y'all see them clouds? I did. Well, listen, I've had encounters with snakes that, if you haven't heard before, are sometimes unbelievable. So I don't put my hands where I can't see, for sure. And wow, it just got cold, just cooled off. Yeah, it is. But you see the sky. There wasn't an hour and a half ago, there was no clouds in the sky at all. And now there's clouds and it's dropped at least 4 degrees. Like in the time that I was in there messing with that bass. So I cast again. Hopefully we'll make it to where I want to make it to. Well, they must be coming. It was sunny here earlier. Sunny, nice out, and everything. Not too hot. I mean, it was warm. It was in the 80s, but let's see what my phone says, if it shows me a temperature. Nope, it's not going to show me the temperature. I can see my line moving in the phone. I thought I do have another fish. There's another one. Come on. Don't you do it. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, he spit it. I knew it was going to happen. I just didn't know when. Well, that would have made a number 6 for today. That's okay. We'll keep going. He spit that. I thought I had him, but he spit it. He, she, it, whatever you want to call it. Fish. And that one threw me off a little bit. I knew I was watching the line in the phone since 2 hours exactly now. Is that rain? No, it's bugs. I thought it was raining. I was about to say, wait a minute, there's not. See, and I'll even show you what the sky looked like an hour ago. It looked like that. And now, it looks like that. So that storm's moving pretty fast. Brittany, thanks for the roses. Appreciate it. Yeah, but I've been out here for about 2 hours. I still haven't made it to where I want to be yet because I stopped right here. Missed 2 fish. As you just seen that one, I actually could have counted, but I never touched it, so I can't count it, which sucks. But that is number... I have caught 50 in 5 weeks, and 5 today. And I did bring a flashlight, so if I bust my face, at least I can see what I'm doing. Last 2 times I came out here without a flashlight and had to walk out in the complete dark. And not the last time, but the time before that, I fell in a hole twice, needless to say. And I looked up the screen, which I told this story earlier, and all I seen was man down. I was like, oh my God. I just fell in a hole on a live stream, which it happens. I try to be as real as I possibly can be, so can't get any realer than that. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the follows. Brittany, once again, thanks for the roses. Appreciate it. I'm trying to get fish for number 51 for the year and number 5 for the day. Getting ready to move down here in a minute. I may have to change my bait. And if that's a front moving in there, in that cloud system right there, then I may have to speed up just a little bit also. Because I see that's moving pretty freaking fast. And it's cooled off, so that tells me it's getting ready to storm. We weren't supposed to get any storms today, but it's probably going to. Okay, Brittany. I'll be here for another 2 hours at least, unless it starts pouring down raining. Or, well, I have fished out in a lightning storm before, so I'm not really... Oh, hold on. I just seen a big swirl off to my left. We're going to see if it will react. And then I've got to, oh, nope, I think I moved it. I think it's, oh, nope, it's there. Nope, it didn't touch it. I'll try. Oh, no, am I wrapped up in that tree? Nope, okay. It touched it, but it didn't touch it enough for me to do anything with it. But I may have to change that worm out here in a minute. Try to catch one more fish on it. After this cast, I am going to have to get a battery charger and take a drink. I know I've said that 5 times now and I ain't done it yet. Man, let me put this bag, that way I remember to do it. Yeah, if that's a... I don't think... It's supposed to drop down to 45 here in the morning. Oh, nope. 45 here in the morning, which is fine with me. I don't mind for it to drop off. I just don't want it to mess up the fish that bad. Which it may possibly do. You know what I didn't do? I didn't take a drink. That's okay. I'll do it right now. And change that worm up. So I usually buy as many tequila sunrise worms as I possibly can, because I know that they work so good. This is what I'm using. It needs to be re-rigged, of course, but that's what I've got on right now, which you probably can't see. I've got to get a drink. There's no way to get around it. And switch up baits and grab a battery charger while I'm down. Oh goodness, I got water. Now the sun's coming back out. Damn. You would think with the hydration bag I'd learn to fill it up, but I never do. Let me get my battery charger. Get hooked back up here and get moving again. We're gonna move on down. As soon as I get all my stuff out. It's charged and hooked up. That way we don't have issues. Sure. Where's the button? I hate downtime when I'm fishing. It's the worst thing. 80%, we're good. Give me just a second as I get everything hooked back up. Brittany, thanks for sharing. Appreciate it. I can get everything hooked back up here. And then we'll get going again. Alright. Technical issues are always never fun when you're trying to do something. Okay. We're good. Okay, back up and at it. Get the backpack on, get rebaited, and get back to fishing. And I did wear a flannel shirt today too. That's how much the weather has cooled off compared to 100 degrees last week. I'm gonna get one of these out while I'm standing here. Man, I know I'm gonna have to take a sinus pill or allergy pill, whatever you call it, whenever I get home tonight. Man, that's one thing about this time of year for sure, is that your allergies and stuff, well, at least mine, will mess you up. Let me get this threaded back on. A nice and easy way here. First time, hopefully. That looks straight to me. Let's go. We going. There's another duck side. We're gonna move down a little bit. Kind of fish that area right there. Duck, gnats. I'm gonna move out of this tall grass. I'm not gonna walk through that tall grass anymore. Well, I am, but not right there. We're gonna go on down to this sandbar. The tip of it, actually, where it begins at, which is right here. And I have this path beat down from walking it so many times. That's how I know it's here. Right here. This is where I've caught. As long as it don't start storming on me. Because as you can see, them clouds are moving in. Jessica, what's up? How's it going? Caught 5 fish today so far, Jessica. Hopefully, I'll catch another one. I've missed a couple too, though. The last one I missed was kind of, couldn't tell if it was my fault or the fish's fault, because he spit the worm out of his mouth, or her mouth, whatever. That's cool. Yeah, I've been watching you. I don't type a whole lot in the chat right now because I've been busy at home when I'm at home, but I got out of the house for at least a little bit today. But yeah, I come in and watch as much as I possibly can when you're live. And what the heck did I hook? Grass? But I just don't stay very long because I got stuff going on at home. This may not have been a good move. I should have just stayed where I was at. Because it is kind of early to be at this spot. But I'm going to try it anyway. There's something moving in the weed. Oh. kind of early for the coyotes to be coming down here and getting water. Could be a deer moving back in the tree line or something, but I heard something moving behind me. I need to fix this real fast. Hopefully those clouds, okay, they've kind of dissipated. They're kind of gone, but yet I can't really look toward this. Okay, hold on. I don't know if you're going to see that. We're going to see if that fish right there that just came to the top of the water is going to react to anything or not on the bottom. Maybe so, maybe not. Yep, got it. I don't know if I got him or not. If I did, he's awful small. I've got off. I don't think that was the one, though. I don't think that was the one I was going after. I'm going to try it again. I got quiet because I was concentrating on that one spot because I'm in the grass. Just trying to, I was thinking. Sometimes when I try to think, I get quiet. I don't know if anybody else is like that or not. When I'm concentrating, fix that up a little bit. There we go. The sun needs to go up behind that cloud so I can see just a little bit better. I was complaining about the cloud a minute ago, now I'm saying it needs to go behind the sun. There, our sun needs to go behind it. Oh, missed that fish. Appreciate the likes, appreciate the follows, appreciate the comments, the gifts, everything y'all do for me. Appreciate it. Coming in, hanging out. I'm gonna come out here in the morning as long as it's not storming, raining really, really hard. I mean, if it's raining extremely hard, I won't be out here, but those clouds are moving awful fast, so I don't think it's going to rain, but it may be overcast tomorrow. If it's overcast, I will use a top water the main part of the morning, if it's like it is right now, especially in the morning. I'll use one. But if the sun's shining and it's bright out, I will go straight to a worm. I won't play around with it. We're getting ready to go ahead and move down here in a minute. A little further down. The sandbar starts right about here and here, and it goes all the way down, all the way to the back of this little slough right here, or the back side of the pond. I'm tempted to go back to that one spot just to, if I remember where it was at. So if the weather would stay the way it is right now, there's a turtle right there. Would stay the way it is right now, the fish would start coming to the top a little bit better, and I could use a top water. I mean, I could use it early in the morning, of course, but late in the afternoon like this, I want to use a jig or something that's going to bump off the bottom. Especially since it's still kind of summertime-ish. The water really hasn't had time to cool off yet. It was 100 degrees here last week. So All right, we're gonna move down. We're gonna move on down, and then we may go back to that one spot where I caught one and missed two. Or I actually caught two and missed one. Because my favorite spot right there did not. Well, I've got one more favorite spot down here. Of course, in the tall, very tall weeds that I like to try. I'm gonna get rid of the bag. I'm gonna be here for a minute, so I'll take my backpack off. There we go. And I hope that nothing crawls inside of it, because that would suck. Literally. Alright, let's get down here along the bank. No snakes today, please. No snakes today. Hopefully no snakes today. Put it that way. It seems like in the shallow water, I just haven't had a whole lot of luck on it. Or what time is it? 6:22. I've been catching fish all the way up till 8 o'clock out here, to tell you the truth. So, if they're still on that feeding pattern all the way up till, well, pretty much dark, then I should still be okay where I'm at. Yep. Yeah. I figured it hadn't got there yet because there's some clouds coming in my way, but my clouds are coming in from a different direction. Mine are coming from the west. Oh, what was that? A tree? Not a tree. I'm in a, not a tree, but a freaking weed. Yeah, I knew that storm was on its way inland. I just didn't know when it was going to hit. And these clouds are coming from the west. You live on the east coast, or in the east. I shall say east of me. So, if you can see it or not, probably not. Oh, nope, he left. But I said the little bitty turtle right there. Gone now, though. Come on, fish. We just need one more to break at least 5. Got 5 for today. We need at least one more to make 6. I think number 6 I got away. Is what my thinking is. Either that or I became anxious over it. So that means I need to slow down my breathing, slow down what I'm doing, and just have fishing. And just fish it and have fun. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. There's some ducks. Probably can't see them. Yeah, you can see the trail right there. Yeah, you can't see it. Never mind. Can't see them. Those little suckers know how to camouflage themselves along that bank. Fairly decent. What the heck? No, that's a fly. Let's see. What is hitting my arm? Just need, I like to catch one more for today, but if not, then that's okay. So we may move back down to that one spot where that one got away and try to fish that deeper water. It may not look the prettiest in the world, but we are on, well, whatever works, right? That's how I am, at least. Whatever works. I think I'm getting hung. caught on a weed or something behind me whenever I cast my line out. It's not getting to where I want it to be at. So, well, decisions. Everybody's got to make one, and I'm about to make one. That decision is to go back to the spot where I missed that one fish at, and see if I can't. Seeing that's how you fall out here in this freaking grass, tree stumps, and everything else out here that you can't see. Okay, now I can cast a little bit better. But we did catch 5 today, which makes 50 in 5 weeks. That's pretty cool in itself. To catch 50 bass in 5 weeks is actually a pretty awesome thing, I think, compared to last year. And I caught them all on this right here, which I need to straighten it out a little bit. This little tequila sunrise curly tail worm right here that I'm using. That's what I caught them, every one of them on. And a few got away, of course. We're not done for the year yet. I won't be done for the year until probably December somewhere. I'm just hoping those clouds that just moved in are not going to affect me tomorrow. Well, there's a fish that moved, but it ran from my bait. It didn't go to my bait. Huh. I watched it run from it. Okay. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the follows. I'm getting ready to move back down to where I lost that one at. This is spot where I'm at right now is usually where I've done fairly decently, but when those clouds moved in, it kind of messed things up for me a little bit, I think, being this late in the afternoon. So, see, that's a bass that just came up and ate something. So we're gonna try and see if it won't eat my hook. I'll let it sit there a minute. And I'm gonna move it back to me. I'm gonna retrieve it back slowly. That way, hopefully I don't scare it, because I think that was oh, he hit too and I missed it. Damn it. That sucked. Maybe I can get him to do it again. Just bring it to him at a different angle and see what happens. Sure did. I think he short striked it though. It may have been a bluegill, but I'm gonna bring it back slow and just find out. Yeah, Black Max. This is actually this Black Max rod that I've gotten. I got it from Walmart for $70, and I use this rod out of all the rods that I have. I use it the most because I do a lot of worm fishing throughout the year, and I've even taken the tension knob off of it so that I can't put anything else on it. Well, I mean I can, but the tension knob's actually gone, so I can't do a whole lot of adjusting. It's only adjusting for one bait, one type of line, and all that stuff. The other ones I can adjust. This is the only one that I've taken the tension knob off of to where it cannot ever be adjusted, because it's set just right. I don't ever want to mess it up. I mean, I can take pliers and do it, but is that a fish or is that grass? That's grass. I can take pliers and do it, but I keep it set that way on purpose. cast this way. That fish did react. The one that came up to the top of the water and ate something. It reacted to the worm on bottom and bit it, but it short strike. All it did was short strike it. It didn't commit to it. Which I wish it would have. That would have been fish number 6 for today. We're going to go right there in that grass. I know I'm in the grass, but there's a fish laying in there. No, he's not going to react to it. And I seen you swirl. And I just wanted to try before I moved back down, because all I'm doing right now is I'm fishing the sandbar that runs along this bank right here and all the way down. So that's all I'm doing right now before I move back to the other side. And I want to hit it before the sun goes completely down. At least one more time to pull out maybe another small fish. I want to hit this spot right here too one more time. I'm not going to go all the way down there though, because there's tree stumps that I'm not going to trip and fall on. I've done that earlier. I didn't fall, but I tripped. Thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Thanks for the likes. Yeah, Black Max. I've used Black Max, and I have an Alba Garcia Crush. That's my crankbait rod. It's a medium heavy. I think 7, maybe a 6 foot 6 rod. I can't remember. I use that as a crankbait, and that's all I use it for. I usually never bring it with me this time of year, only because, of course, you see the grass. Treble hooks and grass do not work well together. I think right now I actually have that tied onto a top water, and if I use a top water in the morning, I'll use that rod. Tell you the truth, I've got so many rods and so many other things tied onto certain things that I sometimes can't remember. But this one will never change. This one will always be a worming rod with some ducks. Done that earlier and caught a fish. Showed everybody the ducks and the geese and caught a fish, and didn't work that way this time. We'll cast one more time right here in the spot, and then we're gonna move to a different one. I'm gonna move back over to my right, or my left, which is your right. And there's one more spot. I want to refish the spot that I missed a fish and I caught 2 at. So I just want to go back and hit that spot again before it hopefully gets dark on me. I have a flashlight though, but and it's only 6:32. It usually doesn't get dark till 8 o'clock, but with the clouds, it's going to get dark sooner, I believe. That is a front. I thought it was. I can see it now. I couldn't see it earlier, but that is a front that just moved in. I thought I could tell the difference because it cooled down like 5 degrees after the clouds moved over me. There's a lot of ducks flying around today. All right, last cast right here, and then I'm moving back to where I was at. The spot did not produce for me like it usually does. It's kind of not cool, but it is what it is. We're going to go back down to where I caught that one at. I say 1, but I've caught 5. So do this too real fast. Only anything will fall out while I'm walking, that's for sure. Okay, Let's walk back down here. We're not gonna go too far down. I just want to go back to where I missed that one fish at. I'm actually making fish 2 spots right before dark. This is when I need my top water right now. But like I said, with the water temperatures being as hot as it is in the afternoon still, I'm not going to use it. I didn't move that far. It's a few foot. So from Corpus Christi, Texas, how's it going? I've been to Corpus Christi a couple times. I've been down to Kingsville, Texas. I used to go down to Kingsville, Texas every 6 months and hang out down there. Hopefully all is good for you. You're having a good day, good Saturday. I used to ride a Greyhound a Greyhound bus down to Corpus Christi, Kingsville, every 6 months just to have something to do when I was younger. I don't do it anymore because I grew up and got married, but when I was single, I'd go down to Corpus Christi every 6 months or so. If even that, may have been every 4 months, just to have something to do. I'd ride a Greyhound down there. It's actually a 32-hour ride on a Greyhound from where I'm at in southern Illinois all the way to Corpus Christi and down in the Kingsville area. And the last time I seen the Gulf of Mexico was actually when I was in Corpus Christi. But once I got married, all of those traveling days like that, they kind of ended. And it was time to grow up and do what I had to do. But when I was single, I'd do it. And it was fun. Other than the bus ride. The bus ride was kind of insane. A 32-hour bus ride to where you was going. You had your layovers in Texarkana. Well, actually, your first layover was in St. Louis, Missouri. Then you'd go down to Arkansas, Texarkana, Dallas, Houston, Houston, then Dallas, and then Dallas you'd switch over from Greyhound to Valley City Transit, and the Valley City Transit would take you down to Kingsville or Corpus Christi and Kingsville. Did that just snap? Holy shit! My bait just went out there. I gotta retie. Ain't that about a bunch of... I must have hit a weed or something and broke off. Either that or the fish said, "Sucker, it's time for you to go home. I gotta retie." That sucks. Come up here while I see what I'm doing. Yeah, So I gotta redo that real quick. May not have time to do anymore. If I'm gonna have to retie, I'm gonna try though. Try be the key word. And I've got my mother calling me, so I may have to... What the heck is going on right here? Why is that doing that? Uh-oh. We got a fish shoot, a big one. Okay. About to say, what the heck is going on? But I got it. Yep, yeah, retie. Somehow I hit a weed or something and broke my line. And I don't mean a weed in the water. I mean a weed behind me. which will only take me a second to do. So hopefully, if I can get everything situated here to what I'm doing. What is going on right here? Okay, there we go. Well, can't say it's not real. I could have paused it and said, well, I'm going to retie and be back in 5 minutes. But no, I didn't. I could actually, no, I'm not going to do that either. I'll wait. I was going to say I'll fish the rest of the night weightless, but I'm not going to do that either. I have my own rod that's weightless that I'll fish with. I don't like to switch up the stuff that I've got going on, even though I do have to retie real fast if I can see what I'm doing. And I'm trying to do it as quickly as I possibly can too, so once I get the eyes threaded, I'll be able to move a little bit faster. Hopefully. Well, that sucks. Hit the button down there. Just a little bit more. Okay. That sucks. So hopefully everybody's had a good day. I have. I'm going to go home tonight. I don't know what I'm going to do. Probably sit and watch TV the rest of tonight. Go to bed early so I can get up and go fishing in the morning. Hopefully. If everything works right. I got to grab a hook out of here. And a weight. And everything else since I broke off, which sucks. But it happens. Unfortunately. I really don't have anything in this bag with me today. Oh, wait. Oh, come on now. Don't be a pain in my butt. Let's turn. And this is why a lot of times I'll carry an extra rod with the same setup on it. That way I don't have to do all this downtime crap. Because me and downtime, we do not get along. Something usually always happens. I'll show you what hook I'm using. I'm using number 2, Eagle Claw. That's what I've been using. Might as well do that while I've got them out. Bear with me as I retie. Since somehow I ended up getting a hold of a weed behind me and breaking off. Over halfway there. But it has cooled off quite a bit. Come on now. Why is it so much easier to do when you're not doing it on a live stream? That's what I want to know. Okay, come on. All right, so number 5 for today. Is in the bag. I'm going for number 6 before it gets too dark. If I hit number 6 today, then that's 51 fish within a 5 week period. So that's kind of why I'm trying to hit 50 or number 6 for today before I go home. That way tomorrow I can start. Well, if it don't rain, on my way to 60, I should say, within a 5 week period of time. And then after this week, of course, I'll be on my 6th week. There's been 3-pounders. There's been a couple 4-pound. There's been 2 3-pounders, 1 4-pounder, a whole bunch of 1-pounders, a whole bunch of 33s, 81s, 60s. When I mean 60, I mean 0.6, 0.8, 0.3. I don't think there's been anything under 0.3 that I can remember. Now I got to get up and I've got a messed up leg because I still am recovering from a popped hamstring. So you just have to give me a second. And then we will be up and moving again and fishing because I've got it rigged back up. Now, is it perfect? Nope. Is it going to work? Hopefully. Oh, okay, we're up. Well, I'm up. All right. So let me get this situated here, here. Looks straight to me. If that don't work, then I don't know what will. Well, I do, but it's going to have to work for today. All right. My plan was to fish it over there, but we're going to move on to a different spot that I want to hit before I go home tonight. Ooh, that frog scared the living bejeebers out of me. And yeah, I said bejeebers because I'm telling you right now, I don't do snakes. I literally have a tattoo of a rattlesnake on my back to remind me that rattlesnakes are around water and that rattlesnakes are dangerous. Well, I know they're dangerous, but that rattlesnakes are around water. Culprit tequila shad. Yeah, that'll work too. I'm using tequila's 7-inch curly tail that Barkley makes. I'll use a red shad too. Look at that sky. That's insane. Those clouds weren't there an hour and a half ago. We may not hit 51 today. I'm going to try. But yeah, I use red. Give me a second. I'll spit it out right. Red shad, curly tail, 7-inch. It's also a 7-inch worm. I use it too. But this year, just tequila sunrise color for some reason has really worked for me. This is literally, you got, I think 13 in a package. This is literally my second, or actually third package this year, and I have another package in my bag. That's a damn front. I thought it was a front. There's a turtle right there. See the turtle? The little dot. As long as it's not a snake, I'm good. But I am going to try my best to get up in the morning. My day's off sometimes because I work long shifts where I work at. It's just so hard to get up and to get moving because my wife likes to stay up late and watch movies and all that stuff and whatever. That was a fish. Nope. He bit and I missed because I was too busy running my mouth. Anyway, we'll walk down this tall grass. It won't hurt nothing unless there's a huge snake down here or something. We usually stay up till like 2 o'clock in the freaking morning. We stayed up till 4:30 in the morning last night for no reason other than to watch a movie. I was like, oh my God, I'm so tired. I need to go to bed. I want to get and go fishing in the morning. Yeah, no, that didn't happen. It should have. I was awake. But no, that didn't happen. What I catch in the pond? Well, right now I've caught 5 largemouth bass today. In a total of 5 weeks, I've caught 50 bass out of this pond. In the spring, early spring, I'll do some bluegill fishing. Actually, on that point straight ahead of me, right there, I'll stand there for a couple hours every day and fish for bluegill until I get like 140 times 2, whatever that may be, and 280 or somewhere in there, and have a big fish fry. I usually do 3 big fish fries a year, and I need to start bluegill fishing one more time this year so that I can get those before fall ends. Thanks for the follow, appreciate it. But today's been 5 bass, and we're back in the grass. I figured I would be. They may have switched off for tonight. I don't know. I mean, usually about this time I've caught at least another one out of the spot. But as you can see, those clouds right there, I'm hoping that's not I'm pretty sure that's a cold front coming in. Actually, I'm not hoping that it's not. I'm pretty sure that it is. Which may change everything up, at least for tomorrow in the morning. We shall see. Like I said, I'd like to catch at least one more tonight. That way I have a good start on my way to 60 for 5 weeks. May happen, may not, I don't know. Because I know, well, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that when I come out here in the morning, hopefully, like I said, I'll make it out here in the morning, I can pretty sure I can tear them up within a few hours on the same worm. No, I eat mine. I eat my fish. Not today, I'm not. I won't start eating fish again until the water cools off just a little bit. No, I eat mine. Now, anything over 3 pounds, I'll usually throw back because, you know, that fish has been alive for a while and it needs to be there to reproduce. Anything under 3 pounds, I'll keep. Not today because I'm not planning on keeping no fish today. I'll keep them and I'll take them home. Like I said before, my PB here is 7.5 pounds. So I may move back over to that spot. This is where I caught those two at before. If that's a front that's moving in, it may be over for today. Because like I said earlier, there was not a cloud in the sky when I got here. None. And almost 3 hours later, there's a lot of clouds. And there's still more coming, it looks like. So if it's cloudy tomorrow, I will find somewhere it may be right here to run a top water, because I can actually take the net and get in that grass and break anything loose that gets hooked up. But I'm trying to get one more for today. I'm going to probably go back down to my right, which is your left. Something keeps telling me that the sandbar down there that has fish on it, and I just wasn't fishing it right for some reason. I just have that feeling that my cadence was wrong or something with this worm, and that's why they weren't biting it. So something just keeps telling me to go back down there. But I see a lot of fish over here jumping to the left of me that I'm trying to catch also. So it's kind of, I'm in one of those situations caught between a rock and a hard place. You either do or you don't. You make the decision whether you move or you don't move within the time that you have left. I'm gonna fish this back slow to me, and then I am gonna move back. The way it looks, I'm gonna move back at least once. Thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Thanks for the likes. We are at 3.8K likes, almost 4K likes, which is awesome. I appreciate it. I've tried to put more fish on the screen than just 5. I've lost 3 or 4 I have gotten away today, which is typical for me using what I'm using, you know, a worm with one hook. One guy, or actually 2 of them, y'all were able to see, and then a couple, you know, you can see. Come on, get off there. What the heck? Okay, that's where you know that it's time to. What the heck am I hung up on here? Grass. Time to make a change. I think I'm going to cast one more time here, and then I'm going to move down. It may be raining in the morning. As long as it's not thundering and lightning, I'll be fishing. The only problem is I won't be able to record. I won't be able to go live from my phone. Well, that's typically the only way I do it now. Thanks for the follows, appreciate it. But yeah, that sky off that water right there is awesome. I love that reflection. That's grass. All right, we're going to move back to my right. I just have a feeling. I don't know why I have a feeling, but we're going to move back over to my right just for a few minutes before we start walking out, fishing our way out of here. I just have a feeling, and I know what that feeling is. I think. I may be wrong. I'm not even going to try that. And then again, I might be right. We'll see. I know one feeling I have is that I'm going to have to take some allergy medicine when I get home. All right. We're going to sneak back down in this hole. And it's either going to be a good move or a bad one. I see a lot of fish moving on top, but they're just not going to react to me, I don't think. So if that was a front that moved in, which I'm pretty sure it is a front moving in, then it may have me all messed up. But it don't look like, you know, I've seen fronts move in before, and it don't look like a frontal system to me, which they all look different, so it possibly could be. Because it's only 7 o'clock. And I've caught fish standing in this spot right here up till 8 o'clock at night when I've actually literally stopped. Okay. I see one. See, that's the good thing about sight fishing. If I stay off this bank just a little bit. The thing is, though, is it going to bite? Is it? No, I'm right. It should be right on top of it or next to it now. And I don't think it's going to react. No. We'll try it again. If I throw it in his face one more time, it'll piss him off or something. Nope. He's still there. I seen him swirl again. And I know it's not my imagination because I've seen it do it twice. See a lot of fish moving. But they're not reacting to the bait. See, there's some moving over here. Right there. That's grass. That's grass. So, but yeah, in the morning, as long as there's no thunder and lightning, I'll be out here. Ooh. I ain't trying to do that today. I'm trying to decide which way I want to go. Whenever I get ready to move up out of here, if I want to go back to my left and refish some of the stuff I fished. See, there's a lot of fish moving right. Where am I at here? Right in there, somewhere. I don't know if I can find it on my phone or not right, but I'm going to go over there. And I'm going to try at least one time. And then after that, I'm going to start walking back the other way and fishing some of the spots I already hit. I'm going to stay back off the bank a little bit too. I'm trying to think if I want to go on around this way or if I want to go back the way I came. Probably the way I came. Okay. I seen that plain as day. Seen that plain as day. And I don't know if it's going to bite or not. But when I get up close to that grass line, I know there's a fish right there. I'm in the grass line. Damn it. Come on. Oh, I scared that fish out. I know I did. I scared that fish out. Well, there's some more. I see a lot of movement on the water now. That's why I keep saying I see a fish. But I mean, that could be a damn turtle. That wasn't. That wasn't. But they're just not biting. It's probably a bluegill. That's what my thinking is. I'm going to cast out there one more time, and then I'm going to start walking back the other way. He nibbled. I'm thinking that's a bluegill in there. Yeah, gotta be a bluegill in there. Okay, I lied. We'll do one more cast. One more just for the heck of it. And then I just now realized too, it gets dark earlier now. Oh, I missed him. Dang it. That sucked. Won't bite again either. I know it won't. There's that one that I was watching around the grass line a minute ago, probably. Let's try again. One more, maybe two more casts. Maybe this one and one more. Yeah, one more. I really think that there's a fish around. Well, I know there's a fish around that grass because it just bit a second ago. But it probably is not going to do it again. I know it's not going to do it again. I hear the ducks. Oh, there's a fish. There's a bite. Got him. There he is. Told you there was one in that grass. Uh-oh, may have to walk down there to him. Nope, there he is. Don't be doing that mess. Well, this is number 6 for today. So that puts me at 51 for 5 weeks. And that sucker inhaled it. Man, oh man. I'm going to have to stop and get my pliers out. Again, crap. Yep. That's number 6 for today. 51 in 5 weeks. I still haven't determined what I want my number to be that I'm going to actually end on or whatever for the year. I do have to get my pliers out though because he inhaled it. So just bear with me a minute. We'll get a weight on him and get him back in the water. Okay. No harm, no foul. That's always a good thing. I love when a hook comes out that easy. When a plan comes together. Okay. Number 5 for today. Actually, that's number 6 for today, I believe. We're at 51 for 5 weeks. And I knew it was there. I kept watching the grass move, and I was trying to get it to react to the grass. He's going to be the smallest one. I'm going to be the smallest one of today, 0.5. I think the smallest, there's another one in there. I don't know if you can see the ripples right or not, but it's right there. Number 5 for today. He's got to have a toss because I'm far from the bank. Flying fish, sorry it's got to happen that way. We're going to move out of this tall grass. I knew that there'd be at least one that would react off of it. I just didn't know what it would be. We're going to move all the tall grass and we'll fish our way back. Well, dang it. I don't know. Let me see. 7 o'clock. Where's my rod? Yeah. It's hard to see. It's black. And it's getting dark. But yeah, it's been a decent day. I appreciate y'all hanging out. Comments, likes, gifts, all that good stuff. The follows. I'm going to be live again tomorrow morning. I think, as long as the storms stay out. Now, if the storms are here, then of course I'm not going to be fishing. I'll be at home. And who knows if it's storming tomorrow and I decide to go live. We're going to walk out of these tall weeds while we still got a little bit of light. Then I may just go live from the house. But that's a very doubtful thing right now. I just hope it's not raining, because I'll run out of stuff to talk about in like 15 minutes, and then I'll just be sitting here staring at the screen, and well, that's never no fun. Even if I am talking about baits and stuff like that, I mean, I have enough that I can talk for 8 hours, but I don't want to. It's just not as fun. We're gonna walk back over to that grass over there. Get out of this tall crap before dark. Tequila sunrise. I'll show it to you here in a minute. Let me get out of this grass over here, and then oh hell, hold on. It's actually, there you go. Determine what weight to use. That for me was kind of the tricky part. Hold on. Y'all see all those? See that? See that? See that? See that? Let's see see if anything reacts. With me, I just grabbed one. You know, depending on how far I wanted to cast out, that's the size weight I put on there. Now I know that I'm throwing through grass, and this is a grassy bottom, and I should actually be weightless, but I'm actually letting that bait fall down into that grass and then popping it back out, and the fish are reacting to it. I didn't react to nothing then. But with me, a 1/16 ounce weight's what I started with. Adjust your brakes, adjust your tension for that weight. And that's what I started with. And then I just gradually moved up to the next weight. Now, since I'm pulling through a lot of grass, I don't want a bulky weight. I want a slender weight that I can pull out real easy, which I'll show you the weight here in a second. I don't really know the exact size of it. I'd have to go to the store and look. You know, I'm not professional with weights. I just know it works for me. But anyway, it's getting really dark out here now. I don't know if you'll even be able to see it. The weight right there, see how slender it is compared to some of the bulky ones? That is what I'm pulling through the grass. What should I be looking for when pond fishing? As far as baits go, as far as the line, hook, I have a number 2 hook on, a number 2 offset hook with the 7-inch curly-tail tequila sunrise colored bait. For a pond, the best thing that you're going to use around here where I'm at is either a worm or a crawdad. That's their natural food. That's what they're going to react to the most. Oh shit, mute. Hold on. Give me a second. I've gotten to a mess of fish, but I don't think anything's going to react to me. I was actually trying to walk my way out of this tall grass before dark, and I've seen all these swirls. And it's a lot of swirls. I'm trying to determine if it's bluegill or if it's bass. Now, if I hook a huge bass here in a minute, I'm around all these trees that got chewed down by that beaver, which can you see all the swirls? You probably can. You set yours like a Cinco, still nothing. Then how fast are you fishing the worm? Are you fishing the worm slow on bottom? Are you fishing it faster? Are you popping it? Are you popping it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, letting it fall to the bottom like I am? Sit there a minute and then just raise it and just drag it along the bottom. It all depends on how you fish it, really. Are you trolling it through the water slowly on a retrieve? Are you hitting upper column, mid column, low column, complete bottom, grass, rock, tree stumps, trees? Yeah, I mean, I go with one weight myself, and I stay with that weight. And like I said, whichever one I think is going to cast, because there's a grassy bottom on this pond. I'm always bank fishing too, and as you can see, the grass along the bank is the same under the water. So I try to think where that grass line may kind of end at. So I'm thinking that it may end way out there toward the middle. See where my bait landed right there? I'm thinking that grass line may kind of slow down or back off right about there. I let it fall, hit the bottom, and I just raise my rod, reel in the slack, let it sit, raise the rod, reel in the slack, let it sit. That's all I do. I'm doing it kind of fast right now because I'm getting ready to get out of this tall grass I'm standing in. Either that or you throw it on underspin. There's a lot of swirls there, but those fish, I don't think they're going to react to anything right now. If a top water, possibly, but this worm, they're just, even with me trolling it across the top, they're not messing with it. So I'm going to get out of this tall ass grass before it gets any darker, because you won't be able to see anything now until I get back toward light. Because that's just the one thing with this phone and TikTok. It's got the autofocus thing, and when you don't have a light in front of you, you don't have the complete focus on it. So once I get over here to where I've got, oh crap, and this grass is thick and it's tall. This grass is up to my face, literally my face. Some of you probably, if you stayed with me that long, seen me walk in here. So y'all know exactly how tall this grass actually literally is. I'm kind of walking out a little bit too fast, but I'm trying to get out of here before dark. At least the tall grass. Oh, there's a hole. That's why. I know I'm not trying to fall into a hole. I've already done that once on TikTok, and actually done it twice. When I was walking out, I fell into a hole. First time I fell on my hand. Second time I fell and twisted my ankle, both in the same day. Damn, I hope that was a frog. Scared freaking crap out of me. But anyway, let me check this. Say I'm going to a new bank. What lures would you recommend to take? What's the bank look like? Does the bank look like is there a lot of grass like this one? If there is, right about now, the time that I'm at right now, technically I should be throwing a frog right on top of those grass mats. I don't know if you can see that grass or not. Yeah, you can. That grass, throw a frog on that grass, outer side of that grass, top water, out in the middle, around the trees. A whopper plopper will work. I would use a whopper plopper at this time of day. What I'm using right now, of course, the worm, it still works. It works anytime freaking night. Anything top water is the best thing to go with. But a frog right now, at this time of year, in the pond that I'm fishing right now, connected to a bayou, no grass. Well, I can only tell you what I know, and I'm in Illinois. I have no bayous, or however you want to pronounce it. So that one I would not be able to answer because I would not know. I can only tell you what I know how to do based on what I have. So if you don't have grass, just throw a whopper plopper into the mouth opening of it. Like right here, there's an opening. I'm getting ready to transition from deep water, which is over here, to shallow water. This is a 42-foot deep pond, and this pond goes, let me get to where you can see me, like this: bank, down, back up, bank. So this pond has a pretty fairly good drop off on it, and that's one of the main reasons that this pond is not turned over is vegetation and the depth of this pond. I mean, this pond, I've done the size or the depths on it myself, and then also someone else that owned the pond, they've done the depths on it, and it's just insane. You know, you wouldn't think that this pond would be 42 foot deep, but there is, and there's actually, or there used to be, a tree right where am I at? Right out there in the middle of it, right there, and you'd be able to see the top of that tree. What about finding the deepest spot in the bank? I just look for it. A lot of times you can find it by sight. Like right here, right now, this pond, see how, you probably can't see it. No, you can't. But the grass, see how far this water is, how low it is right here? This pond normally is 5 foot deeper than what it is. So that water line is probably right there where my rod's at. That's how I do it. Deepest part on the bank, just fish it, find it, discover it. You know, cover as much water as you can. You're going to find the holes. You're going to find the deep points. You're going to find the drop-offs. Study the pond. Study where the fish are at during different times of the years. You know, that's where you're going to find your fish out, and that's how you're going to learn to fish the pond. If I go to a new pond, the first thing I'm looking for is I'm looking for brush, and I'm looking for rock, and I'm looking for anything that's down in the water, a tunnel, a sandbar that I could possibly see, a lot of movement on top of the water, grass. What the hell is that? Oh, that's a crane. Seen that big old bird flying? Probably can't see it. And I was like, what is it? Okay, that's it. I can't see anymore. But anyway, anything like that, that's what I do. When I first fished this pond, I only fished it top water. Where I just have to drag. The thing with dragging a Cinco is, I myself, I wouldn't. What I would do is exactly what I'm doing right now. I mean, you can get an underspin and just fish the hell out of it and cover as much water as you want from the bank, as long as there's not a lot of grass and stuff. An underspin for me here at this pond does not work that great during fall and summer and fall because of the grass. But if you can get an underspin and just troll it, the slower you troll it, the deeper it falls. The faster you troll it, the shallower it goes. So if you want to do it like that, that's fine too. Same with the swim bait. You know, the slower you do anything with, the further it falls, or the faster it falls for that matter. So you can fish bottom and do it like that. Or you can just get you a weight, get you a worm, and do it like I'm doing now and just hit the bottoms. I'm hoping that I will be live at least by 7 o'clock in the morning. It may be a little daylight, but if it's going to be cloudy, the clouds have kind of moved out. There were clouds, but now they've kind of gone. I want to say 6 in the morning. 6 in the morning Central. If I do make it, then I'll go ahead and I'll schedule it in that way. Everybody can see that it's there, depending on what I need to do when I get home tonight and if it rains, because as you can see, those clouds have kind of went away. Now I will be throwing it, if everything works for me tomorrow the way I want it to, I will be throwing a top water at least for 30 minutes in the morning. Now, like right here, there's a point straight across. There's a point right here, a bend. The deeper water is over here. You've got the shallower water that's going to transition over here. You should have to figure out how to. Yeah, I mean, Ask a lot of questions, research it online, and all that stuff. You know, that's what I would do myself. Research it, research, then fish it, explore it, find out where the points are at underwater, where the fish are laying at. It changes from day to day, from season to season, from time to time, from morning to night. It don't matter who you are. You can go and catch a 5-pound bass on one point during the morning, and then the next morning not catch nothing. So of course we all know fish move and do their own freaking thing. But anyway, that's what I do. I covered this whole pond with a 6-ounce worm. That will tell you for certain times of the day. Yeah, I mean, like right now, that sandbar that I fished and I didn't catch but one fish on, I knew that there would be fish there because I fished it before at that time of the day. But I thought that there would be a bigger amount of fish. Now there may be, but that one was the only one that was that would react to that bait at that time. I mean, there could be 5-6 pound bass right there on that drop off. They're just not hungry right now, or they're full and they won't eat again until in the morning or 2 or 3 days from now. But fish do feed all day and all night. They just feed more during a full moon than they do without, because fish, bass, you know, they have the lateral line plus their eyesight, plus they can smell your scent. I mean, believe it or not, if you touch your lure a whole lot, they can smell you on it and then they won't touch it. So that's why you don't see me trying to touch or rebait or anything that I know is going to go into the fish's mouth. I just try not to touch it at all. And when I do rebait, it's a guessing game from there. So, oh yeah, I've done this for 11. Oh, that fish reacted. See, that fish right there just came up to the top after a worm that I was reeling in. So we'll see if he's going to hit the bottom. I know you probably can't see it, so I'm going to try to stand where the light's at. And then if I catch anything, I'll let y'all see it, because, of course, see, where's that? That's a bowling alley right there. Tell you, oh no, it's not. That's storage sheds. Can't tell if that's a fish or if that's grass. That's grass. Okay, I'm done for tonight. If I can't tell what it is, then I'm done. I've outfished my outfishing. I got to 51 for 5 weeks out of this pond. I'm going to start my way to 50 in 6 weeks. So that's like 10 a week. I need to sit down actually and figure out exactly how many fish I've caught in the last 5 weeks. Because I know that I caught 11 on Labor Day. I caught 10 the day after Labor Day. So that's 21. The weekend before that, I caught 20. So that's 41. I came out here on a Wednesday and I caught 5. That's 46. I caught 5 today. Yeah, that's right. Okay. I mean, I hear a lot of fish jumping. Wow. But yeah, it all depends on the appreciate it. I try. I mean, every place is just different. I could go to a different pond right now and have to fish that sucker to death and may not catch nothing forever. I'm gonna try. I hope the guy don't step on no damn snake out here in this grass. But yeah, I'll go live tomorrow sometime. I'm kind of tired now. I don't know why. I ain't really done nothing. Fishing makes me tired today, I guess. And see, I slept. Today's one of my days off. I get every other weekend off, so today was one of my days off, so I slept in. I shouldn't be that tired. Get up here and get everything packed up in the car. Head home. won't take me long. But yeah, I'm still not, as you can see, the pond is still here. This is the front side of the pond. Here, there's the dock, and then there's still more pond over on the other side. So it's not a small pond. I don't know if you'll be able to see all of it from the dock. Ow, about fell in the hole. That's why I stopped. But we can try real fast just to see if we can actually see all of it. I don't know if my camera will focus to do it, but I'll try. I'll go ahead and drop my rod and my bag over here at the car. So I literally work in that building right there. Let me set this down real fast. Need the backpack on. I don't think you'll be... Yeah, I'm using my phone. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna chest mount. Which, what the hell is that? Oh, nothing, okay. Anyway, I'll at least show you from the dock, at least try to. Probably won't be able to because there's not a light facing that way. If not, then I'll do it tomorrow. But there's the tip of the pond right there. That tree used to be. Comes out. This is a raised dock. Which I've seen 3 and 4, 5 pound bass caught and pulled up off this dock. Of course, and the pond is still big all the way around. You're not gonna be able to see it, but I was way, that's where I started at right there on that point. I was way the heck back there in that area. So it's not a small pond by any means. Like I said, it takes, average took me 6.5 hours to fish it 2 weeks ago in one day. So yeah, it's in the middle of the pond. The dock, well, no, the raised dock is right here. This is the beginning of the pond right here. It goes out. See the legs there? The pond's going over, and that pond goes all the way, well, not the dumpster, but all the way back in the back area back there. That's where I was fishing at. Nobody goes back there, so that's where a lot of the fish are at. And if they don't know what the bait is, then they're going to react to everything. But I started right here where this light's at. And then there's a point that runs through there and then straight back and over. So that's where it was at. I've got stick tights all over me. What do I know? Put this in the car. There, my rod sock out. Get everything hooked up, and I'm gonna end the live, go home, find something to do until in the morning. I want to get up and do this again. See, I don't know if you'll all be able to see it or not, but watch how fast my bait falls. That's where my brakes are set at, and my tension knob. Where whenever and I don't backlash. I mean, as you see, it's spoiled pretty good. I mean, I have only because the fish hit it, but where's it bait at? I mean, it falls pretty good. So I have this one set exactly the way I want it to be, and it will never be adjusted for any reason, any way, shape, or form, ever. But I put the rod sock on it, of course. Got them little suckers from Walmart. But I'm getting ready to say goodnight. I'm getting ready to go home, eat some dinner, take a shower, eat some dinner. See if I can't find something on TV, aggravate the hell out of my wife. And then be live tomorrow. Thank you all for the comments, the gifts, the advice, the likes, the follows. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have fun. God bless. Love y'all. Good night. See you later.